Well, it's a win tonight for the Sugar Bears of Central Arkansas. They defeat the previously Southland leading Wildcats of Abilene Christian 80-70. Dylan McLemore, Zach Stolzer with you one more time here from the Ferris Center. And Zach, let's talk about some of the stats in this game. UCA started slow in the first quarter, very strong from there on out, and they get the win tonight.
Absolutely. There's a new number one in town, and I think a lot of it has to go to the three-point field goal percentage as a team. For the Sugar Bears, they were able to really get about 55% almost from the three-point range. And on top of that, the bench had outscored, UCA's bench had outscored Abilene Christians 24-2. And that played the biggest role, in my opinion, as to why they were able to come away with this victory because, Abilene Christian still had more rebounds than UCA did. But when it came down to it, they made the better shot selections.
Look at that number there, Zach. UCA shot better from three than they did from the field. That doesn't happen very often.
No, it does not. And a lot of it came from Maggie Prophet, as a matter of fact, who went 4 from 8 from the field beyond the arc.
Yeah, we're about to see her here. First, that was Raquel Logan laying one in. But now, it's the Maggie Prophet show. There she is from 3. She finished with 23 points in this one. Here she is dribbling it. This was my favorite shot of the night. The fade away towards the baseline gets it to go. That was after she hit a couple threes. We're not done. She's got another. Here's the kick out. And the 3. And then from there, UCA really built up a big lead and nursed it there towards the end. Here's Taylor Sells getting into the paint and dropping one home. And, UCA took a big lead. I think they led by as many as 12 in this one and really kept it right there around 10 points for the rest of the ballgame.
It was definitely interesting to see because Abilene Christian had led the game longer than UCA did for the most part, but they managed to surge back in the second quarter to lead by 1, and from McWilliams' clutch three-point shot to end the half, and from then on it was UCA's ball game from there. So the bench points that we were talking about earlier, that was a very important part. It came from McWilliams, and it also came from Kiara Jordan, who ended up fouling out from the game. But those were two very crucial parts from the bench to score, and that's what we were talking about earlier, is that depth that UCA has compared to Abilene Christian. That's a very large difference maker.
Yeah, we said at the beginning of the game that they were going to have to hit threes, and they were able to continue to do that. It's one of the best teams in the conference at doing that. In fact, the best team in the conference at doing that. They were able to withstand a tough defensive effort from Abilene Christian tonight and pick up the victory again. 80-70, the final score. Hey, Paige Webb is on the sidelines right now. She got a chance to talk with Maggie Prophet after the win.
After Sugar Bears win against Abilene Christian, I'm here with Maggie Prophet. Maggie, tonight's win means that you guys are number 1 in conference. How sweet does that make this win?
It feels really good, but it's not over. We still have 6 games left, so we just kind of have to take each game at a time and try to hold on to it. We really want the tournament win, but if we could get both, that would be even better.
Yeah. With this win, does that give you more momentum going forward?
Yeah, it definitely does. We were really excited and pumped going into this game because we've been playing against that group of girls for 4 years. So it's kind of personal, but we've got to get ready for Nichols. They're a great team, and we just got to prepare for each team like they're number 1 too.
You were down in the first quarter, came back right before half. Did Coach tell you anything in the halftime talk that got you ready for the second half and made you maintain that lead?
I don't know if it was necessarily anything she told us, but when Olivia McWilliams hit that 3 before half, I think that was really the turning point for us, and we were all ready to go after halftime because when we went out having that lead, we were just really excited. So I feel like that was really the turning point, and we were just ready to go. So.
Well, thank you, Maggie. Congratulations tonight. Back to you.
Paige Webb on the sidelines for us tonight. And you saw the men's basketball players dribbling around in the background. That's because the UCA Bears are hosting the Wildcat men from Abilene Christian. That's tomorrow night, 7 o'clock here at the Ferris Center. But Zach, we saw a resilient UCA Sugar Bear squad tonight. Faced adversity, fell way behind, as you pointed out, and then managed to come back.
Yeah, that is something that I feel like Coach Rushing's teams are most known for, is how hard that they work. No matter how far behind or ahead they are in the game, they never let up. They always push forward, and they always finish strong. And that's something that we saw tonight, especially starting in the first half, going into the second. So that's I bet Coach Rushing is preaching to them in their locker room how proud she is of her team and their ability to fight back and overcome adversity like they did today.
Well, at least for the moment, the Sugar Bears find themselves in first place in the Southland, 18-4 overall, 10-2 in conference play. Abilene Christian falls to 15-8, 9-2 in conference play. Lamar will play tomorrow night. That could shake up the Southland Conference standings once again. Our next broadcast of Sugar Bear basketball on Channel 6 Sports is going to be a week from tonight, Wednesday, February 15th. The Sugar Bears welcome Sam Houston State. 7 o'clock tip-off here on Channel 6 Sports. I'd like to thank our entire crew that made this possible for you tonight on the cameras. We have Brett Caples, Hannah Stewart, Shelby Seitz, and Deshaun Kelly running the still cameras. Mitchell Morgan and Chandler Watkins. Our technical director was Kristen Ricks. The executive director of Channel 6 Sports is John Walls. Once again, your final score from Conway: Central Arkansas 80, Abilene Christian 70. For Paige Webb and Zach Solster, I'm Dylan McLemore. Good night from the Ferris Center.